What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And here we are with a new 3D printer, the Elegoo Saturn. I am going to be setting this up for you guys today, trying to do my first print on it. It's very different from the Ender 3 that we have going on right here. It has been working non-stop. You know what, let me put this down for a second. But it has been going non-stop. I mean, this thing, I love it, it's a beast. I wish I did have a CR10, so if you guys wanna donate a CR10 to me, I would greatly appreciate it. Otherwise though, the Ender 3 is doing its thing. It's currently printing a massive chest piece. It's sliced into 8 parts, and this is the 3rd part. So anyways though, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the new workhorse here. So we're gonna set up this Elegoo Saturn, I hope I said that right, and see what it can do. It's my first time using a Resin 3D printer. I had to learn new software, which I haven't fully learned yet, but I was able to slice the files that I wanted. We're gonna try to get these two running in tandem, so let's see how this goes. Let's do it. All right guys, so we're here on the floor. We're gonna go ahead and open this sucker up. I'm using, as you can see, probably shouldn't be using this, but the scraper or whatever tool that I use to get my prints off of my Ender bed, but it's really sharp, so it works. Let's see here what we got in here. All right, put that back. As you can see, they have packaged it extremely well. It's in there. So I'm very hopeful that none of it is damaged, and we shall see. Got even more protection. Oh man, look at that. Let me flip it around for you guys. Work of beauty. This thing is about it's about 20 pounds, I think, something around there. So it's not super heavy, but it's not super light. We got a toolkit here. Let's see what all comes in here. We've got a power cord, another scraping tool, some gloves, an Allen wrench, some extra bolts if need be, the power supply, filter, oh, it's like a funnel to get the resin, I'm assuming, into the vat. Then we have another plastic scraper tool. We have, cutters to cut off those pesky support filaments, because you guys know how I struggled with that on the Ender 3 right over there. And then we have the Saturn 3D printer manual. So that's very nice, all of that. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot the USB drive, because fortunately the Saturn uses USB instead of micro SD. And then we have the printer itself. So I'm gonna go ahead, pick this up and put it on the table. Okay, so as you guys can see, I just put it up here on the table. This right here is the Saturn. I'm gonna go ahead and take the cover off, move the screwdriver out the way. And you can see everything is just so nicely packaged. I mean, they were not playing on the packaging. I love it. So let's go ahead and get this open. Perfect. I'm trying not to bump my Ender 3 as it is printing. We've got all this foam here. We're taking that off. That's off. Second thing of foam. Be careful, as the printer bed is inside this one. You guys can see that, so we're gonna get that out. We're gonna try to get it out here. There we go. Out. Nothing else in here, no. Yep. That goes in there. We're gonna put that down there for a second. Take more foam out. I'm telling you guys, it's so nicely packaged. Still getting more plastic off. All right, and that is it. It's a lot less, I don't know, like parts altogether than the Ender was. If you guys saw that video, I will link it for you if you didn't. But there's a lot of parts that went into putting that sucker together, and I love it. But damn, it was not for, it was a bit of a learning curve when putting that together. So we're gonna go ahead, assemble all of this, do our first print, and go from there. So let's check it out. So what we're gonna wanna do now, we have everything, you know, taken out of the box, it's turned on. We're gonna wanna install the plate, but first we need to remove the tub. I know I just put it back on, but we have to take it back off again. I'm trying to be very careful because I don't know how delicate any of this is, and I'm really like afraid of messing something up. So I'm gonna put that there. Then we have to actually raise the bed here. So we're gonna go to Tools, Manual, and I'm gonna raise it up by, I don't know, let's just try 30 millimeters. Oh, is it gonna still keep going? Let's just do more just to be safe. You know, I don't wanna mess anything up here. It's still going up, it's still going up. Up, up, up. Yeah, I feel comfortable around there. So it's still going, waiting for it to stop now. Okay, maybe I did a little bit too high. No, that's good. And if you see, the Saturn has this little like bar right here, and then there's this little bar right here, and the two just literally go into one another. So we'll put that on there, just like that. Spin this, tighten it down. Now I was reading that before you level it, you want to loosen the two screws right here. You guys can probably see this one in the front, but there's also one here on the right side. And that's why they give you this massive Allen wrench. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen both of these. It's on there pretty well, so I have to do it this way. 1, 2, that's loose. And 1 and 2. So now you can see the build plate can wobble all around and is nowhere near level. We're going to, oh, I almost forgot. I need to take off the plastic film here. So, yep. Go ahead and pull that right on off. That would have been really bad, and I would have been wondering why my print is not working, and it's because I forgot to take that off. So don't be like me. Make sure you take that off. Don't forget. But I caught it in time, so it's all good. Anyways, that's what it looks like, nice and smooth. We're gonna put you back on. If it'll go on, there we go. Do that. So now we're gonna go ahead and use our cardboard that they sent with us. It's actually leveling paper, but just kind of like a piece of cardboard. It's a bit thicker than a normal sheet of paper because apparently resin printers use thicker paper, just use, you know, a little bit more distance for leveling than the Ender 3 did. So anyways, we're gonna put that back here. Now we're gonna go on here and press the home button. It's a little home, like a picture of a house. So put that there, try to get this lined up as best we can. Put that there and wait for it to drop all the way down as it's almost there. Slide this a bit forward, there we go. And it is down all the way. So now that this is down, we're gonna try to go ahead and make sure that this build plate is, you know, I guess like level. Well, it's both level and it's in the right orientation because this can shift left and right. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that it's the way we want it to be. I think that's about right. As now we're ready to just go ahead and tighten the bolt. So I'm gonna push down on this a little bit. That's a little off right there. That's gonna bother me. That's better. All right, push down on this a little bit and then proceed to tighten these bolts. Start with that one, push down on this a little bit. As I tighten this one, tighten, tighter, and tighter. I'm not like, you know, giving it my all, like really cranking it down, just tight enough so that, you know, I feel like it's comfortably secured onto the arm. Now that that is level the way we want it, we're gonna go ahead and just choose 1 millimeter on here on the front, raise it up by 1 millimeter, we just did. And you don't want this paper tight, at least from what I was reading, you don't want it tight, you want it kind of snug so I can feel some resistance as I'm moving this around, and that's exactly what we want, so it's good to go. That was a lot less difficult than leveling my Ender. If you guys saw that video, it took me hours to level the Ender, so I do like that already about the resin printer. We're gonna go ahead and switch this to 10 millimeters and up the plate back up so that we can put our bed back onto the Saturn. The bed is back up. Nice little feature here you guys can see it says max, so you do know where to fill the resin to. So that's a really nice feature, because I was really wondering like, how do I know when to stop filling this thing? Oh, when it's full. Well, it's not that obvious. So they tell you the max level. We're putting the screws back in here. That's one screw down, the other screw on the other side down, and we're going to tighten this back up. Remember that USB drive that was given? I literally just plugged it in right over here. It's right down here on the right side of the printer if you're looking at it face on. Just plug that in. I looked at it on the computer real quick. It has a file that I'm sure you guys have probably already seen called Rook. We're gonna go ahead and try to print that. Let me go grab my resin. So the resin I actually got is the Anycubic. Well, you guys can see that, the gray 500 grams. I originally planned on getting an Anycubic mono, but I ended up not getting that one and got the Elegoo Saturn. So we're gonna go ahead and open this and literally try to do our test print. If I can get it open, dang, it's on there really well. All right, just got it open. That's what it looks like. So yeah, let's just go ahead and pour this in. Okay, it does have a smell. I was really concerned about that, and yes, it definitely does have a smell. So that right there was a lot of resin. We do not want to touch this stuff. We definitely want to be using our gloves. It's a little bit spilled there, but I'm not going to touch it with my fingers because I've heard this stuff is terrible for you, and it has a smell. I'm already smelling it, but regardless, yeah. Now I see why they say a ventilated room. I'm going to have to open the windows in here, but for now, we're just going to go ahead, hit print, Rook Saturn, and play. Let it do its thing. So it's going to go. Okay guys, so hold up. Let me see. I don't think you can hear me all that well, so I'll take this off for a little bit. Let's see if I can get it off. Well, actually, I'll just do this. So these are the prints. Let me grab my other glove. Basically, we were able to print these Rooks that say Saturn. What do they say on them? Elegoo Saturn on them. So they're very, very cool. Oh man, it's just, yeah, I had to put this on because the fumes get really bad when you take the lid off there. So anyway, so yes, these are them. They printed extremely well. I am very pleased with the quality of these. I mean, inside of the tower, there's like this spiral, I don't know, structure. It looks really, really cool. And these are only the test prints. Oh, it's a staircase. I'm looking down now that you can see inside. There's actually a staircase in there. So that's just the test print. There's also these holes right here. They're drainage holes. I'm gonna do a whole episode. I decided to use Lychee slicer instead of the Chitu box slicer, and they came out really well. It took a little bit of effort to get these off of the plate, more than I'm willing to admit. I had to actually like bang on them a little bit, but that means they adhered very well, so I'm extremely happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and move on down to my next part, which is, you know, making the rest of the armor. I'm gonna print some of the shoulders out on here. You know, I already have them sliced up. I already have them exported. They're good to go. So that is the next part for me. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. These pieces still have to be washed and cured, but I'm doing a whole separate episode for that because I bought the Mercury X wash and cure station. So I'm going to be checking that out in my next video. But thank you so much for checking out this video. I will link everything I'm using below. The printers, the mask here. This is a phenomenal respirator. I must tell you guys, I can't smell anything through this. It's just like pure fresh air. The resin, everything I'm using. So definitely check out the next episode, and thank you guys so much. And until next time, stay boundless. See you guys. Bye-bye.